Okay guys, so here we go. We're going to make the real easy one first. Funghi marinate, okay? Marinated mushrooms. This is very easy to do, okay? And what we're going to do is we are going to take some lemon juice, okay, and some olive oil. Now that might seem like a lot of olive oil, but really it's not. This is going to be a marinated dish, so it's really not, okay? So just chill out, okay? We're going to take a little bit of dried tarragon, okay? Take a little bit of dried tarragon and one bay leaf, okay? We're going to mix it together in this bowl, okay? Just going to give it a quick stir. And to that, we're going to add some fresh ground black pepper. I usually use the triple pepper mix. Today, I'm using cherry pepper, okay? About a teaspoon or two. It depends on how spicy you like things. I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons. I happen to enjoy the black pepper. Then again, everybody who knows me knows I love the heat. Okay, so there's the black pepper, okay? Going to mix that in, okay? Now, to this simple marinade, okay, I'm going to add 1 pound of freshly sliced white button mushrooms. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that spoon aside, and I'm going to add some sea salt, about 2 teaspoons of sea salt. We don't really want to add a ton of salt and make this overly salty, but the salt will help to wither the mushrooms, okay? The salt will help to wither the mushrooms. Okay. There we go. That's the rest of the salt. And to that, 2 cloves of garlic, finely minced. Now, this is it. This is the dish. Okay? If you want to add some red wine vinegar for acid, you're more than welcome to do so. But the standard Sicilian recipe for this is right here. Okay? All right. This is really all you need. Okay? You get the mushrooms wet again. Okay? And the garlic is going to help to flavor it. And then the last thing we do is we add some parsley. Regular or flat leaf, it does not matter. But we want to get some green in here. Okay guys, that's all there is to the funghi marinati. I put them in the refrigerator. They're going to marinate overnight, and then they're going to wilt a little bit, and they'll be totally delicious. So that one's really fast and easy, but it really is delicious. Now the next one we're going to do is caponata alla Siciliana. That's going to be done on the stove. So let's move on over and we'll get it done. Okay guys, so let's get the caponata alla Siciliana getting going. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to add pepper and onion to some oil. Alright? Gosh, I haven't used this pan in a long time. So, I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Okay guys, the onions and the peppers have wilted and softened, and now I'm adding some eggplant. This is 1 eggplant I've cut into 1/2-inch pieces. I salted it and I weeped it. In other words, I put it in a colander. I coated it with salt, and then I took a heavy object and placed it on top and forced the eggplant to weep, because the eggplant is an acidic vegetable. So I forced it to weep out the acids for about 2 hours. Then I put it in the refrigerator and I let it drain on some towels, paper towels in the refrigerator, so it's nice and firm. Now, I'm adding that to this vegetable mixture. I'm going to stir it. Okay? Then I'm going to put the lid on it for about 5 minutes and I'm going to let the heat sweat the eggplant. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. Okay. Just a little bit of salt to sweat the eggplant. That's it. Okay. I'm going to put this lid on 5 minutes, let that eggplant baste and wilt, and we're going to move on to the next step. Okay guys, it's actually been about 8 minutes that I've had the eggplant mixed with the onions and the pepper. And it's only 8 minutes because each pan and each pot is different. I'm using an all-clad 13.5-inch French skillet. You only use medium heat. It took a little longer to soften this all up. Okay? But depending on what you're using, you know, anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. Now, on top of that, there's a 14.5-ounce can of peeled tomatoes, peeled and sliced. I'm going to add now some red wine vinegar. Get some liquid back into the mix. Going to add a little sugar. You can use white or brown. I'm using brown. Okay. There we go. And the sugar will melt in. And then 2 cloves minced garlic. I'm not going to go crazy with the garlic in this dish because this dish isn't meant to go crazy with the garlic. Alright. I'm going to mix it around. The tomatoes are breaking down already. The eggplant is breaking down already. Stir that in. There we go. This is a wonderful side dish. This is a wonderful appetizer or antipasti. Okay, this makes a wonderful sandwich if you're a vegetarian. This makes a wonderful wrap if you're a vegetarian, okay, or a vegan. Okay, this makes a wonderful topping for a pizza, whether you want to use flour that has gluten or not. This dish has a lot of versatility. Wonderful on pasta, whether it's Italian or Asian noodle. Just wonderful. Okay, we've been cooking with the garlic, okay, and the sugar and the vinegar for about 2 or 3 minutes, and now we're going to add in the black olives. Oh, I love black olives. Adds a little salt to the mix. Okay. Just delicious. Okay. And I'm going to add some capers. Okay. I want all those bad boys out of there. Oh yeah. So we got olives, we got capers. Alright. If I measured this right, we'll be right to the top of this here skillet, and it'll be good. So we're going to turn the stuff in. There we go. Fold it in. Oops. Escaped olive. Mine. Alright. Now, we're going to simmer this uncovered on a medium-low for about 15 minutes. Okay. Gonna let everything soften up. Okay. And while we're waiting for that, we're gonna add just a little bit of basil, a little bit of tarragon. It's not quite standard in this recipe, but it does bring out flavor. It's not quite traditional, but it does bring out flavor. Alright, so I'm going to fold it in, fold it in some more. All right. I'm going to let this sit, and I'm going to let this simmer on low for about 15 minutes. Now, some people let this simmer low without a lid. It depends on how much liquid you get. It depends on your skillet. It depends on the vegetables and how much fluid there is. It's not all the same. Okay, so while this is simmering, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of peperoncino, because we are talking about a Sicilian dish. Now, I'm not talking about a lot of fire, but I'm just talking about just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put that on top, and 15 minutes, and I'll be back in a bit. So I'm going to put in walnuts, okay, because I happen to like the richness, the thickness, and the gaminess of walnuts. So I'm going to add walnuts to this dish for a little bit of crunch. I'm going to stir it in. There we go. Give a little fold. Okay. Bring it down. Move some of them around. Everything's nice and soft now. Alright, scrape those sides. Alright, there we go. Add those walnuts. And I'm going to put the lid back on, and I'm going to let this baste for about 10 more minutes. It'll soften up the walnuts, but it won't get rid of their crunch. So I'm going to level this out, because everything in this dish is cooked now. I'm going to level this out right here. There we go. Okay guys, there it is. Caponata alla Siciliana. Okay, eggplant relish, eggplant salad, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put this in a bowl, and I'm going to make dinner. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay guys, so there you have it. Okay, 2 easy Italian side dishes. Caponata alla Siciliana and Funghi Marinati, marinated mushrooms, and Caponata alla Siciliana, eggplant salad or eggplant relish. Both of them very, very easy to make and very, very versatile. I hope you try these. I want you to make them. You can use them for a myriad of recipes. And I'll see you on the next video. I want to thank you for stopping by. Take care.